Good evening, boys and girls. I would like to tell you a story about a call for service that I had when I was a patrol corporal working on the south side of Springfield on Squad 11 at the Springfield Police Department. This is a true story. We had a call come in of a prowler in Southern Hills on a street called Catalina. It came in around between 3 and 3:30 a.m. on what would have been overnight Christmas Eve into Christmas morning. I was sitting on the parking lot of the Glendale High School, my old high school, typing a report on my computer. And the sergeant was off that night, so I was second in command of Squad 11. So I was the acting sergeant that evening. And we had a call come in on Catalina nearby of a prowler. So they gave it to the beat driver for beat 12. And then I was close, so I got on the radio and I said, why don't you send me as well, because I'm just a couple blocks from there. So the two of us are responding to this call, and I turn off of Sunset and I'm going to go north on Catalina, about a block and a half to 2 blocks. It was in the 2500 block of South Catalina. So I pull my car to the side of the road, I turn off all my lights, and I'm about 2 houses away from the house that called 911 of a prowler outside. I approach this house on foot. I'm not using my flashlight or anything, because that's how you do it to keep yourself safe. You don't want to come in there in case there is a burglar. You don't want to show them where you are. You want to come in kind of quiet and under the cover of darkness and observe and see what's going on before you can take any more action, and it's the safest way to do it. So as I'm walking up to this house, I see another car coming south, and I hear the other officer say that he's on scene on the radio, and he turns out his lights too. So as I'm walking up toward this house, there was snowfall that had fallen a day or two prior, so there's ground cover with snow, the roofs of the houses are covered with snow, and I can hear like some crunching snow sound coming from this house. And so I'm thinking there's somebody in the yard. As I got closer, I'm taking cover kind of behind this large oak tree, and I could tell, wait, that sound's coming from up on top of the house. So I used my flashlight and shined it up on top of the house, and right as I did, I heard the faint sound of bells, and something shot right out over the top of the tree line, southbound toward Battlefield Road, over the top of where I was in this, standing at the base of this oak tree. I never could see exactly what it was. I didn't have any kind of identification on what it was or who it was or anything like that. But then the other officer got to the other side of the front yard, and when we went to the front of the house to make contact with the people in the house to make sure they're all right, I noticed that there were 2 straight lines in the snow on top of this roof, and then in between those lines were individual footprints of some sort that were not human. They were very small footprints, like you would see from an animal in the woods in the snow. The homeowners were fine. They didn't have any forced entry. Nobody had broken into their house or anything that we could tell. And they didn't really want to report. Well, when we went back to the street, the officer said, well, Sweck, do you think I should write a report on this? And I go, I think we just need to get out of here. I don't think we need to talk about this with anybody. I think we just need to go to our next call and forget about it. And up until tonight, I've never told that story, but I'll let you guys make your own determination on what happened that night, but I'll never forget it. Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys have a great holiday.